I'm so sorry about the echo. It will just last for about the first 8 minutes, then it will be gone. I think I finally found the correct setting, so this should be the last time it's a problem. Thank you for your patience.
Hello, 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 and welcome to FoodCraft with Goosey Games. Yeah, that's the new name I have for this series. My friend Talking Dog came up with it. I think it's brilliant. So this week, well, I'm going to record this first part because this is going to need to cook for about 2 hours by itself before I do anything else, and I didn't want to have that all on the live stream. So I'm going to record this a little bit first and then catch up once we're ready to do some more. So this week, in preparation for St. Patrick's Day this month, I'm going back to my Canadian heritage. My maternal grandmother is Canadian. She's from Newfoundland. And so we're going to make corned beef and cabbage, otherwise known as a Jiggs Dinner, which I think I looked up the reason for that term, but I don't remember it, so I'll look it up in between and let you know when we get to the live stream.
Jiggs Dinner is a traditional meal commonly prepared and eaten on Sundays in many regions around the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada. Corned beef and cabbage was the favorite meal of Jiggs, the central character in the popular long-running comic strip Bringing Up Father by George McManus and Zeke Zeekley, after whom the dish is likely named.
I'll also explain what corned beef is, because maybe you've heard of it. I mean, everybody's heard of corned beef and cabbage. This is corned beef. This is a corned beef brisket. It's in the packaging. If you buy it, like just the hunk of meat from the butcher, not this prepackaged stuff, it's also known as salt beef, or you can use salt riblets. You're going to need to soak it overnight to get rid of the excess salt and change out the water, but with this package deal, you don't need to do that, but you do need to cook it a long time. So, we're also going to add, as part of a traditional part of the dinner, is a peas pudding, which has another name you may be more familiar with. I'll give you a hint. Some people like it hot, some people like it cold, and some like it in the pot 9 days old. So this is a pudding bag. This is what we're going to make the peas pudding in. And I have here a 1.5 cups of dried split peas. The recipe calls for yellow peas, but I could only find green. I figure the color probably doesn't matter. So we're going to put that right into the pudding bag here. You know what? Let me get smart about this. Show you a little trick here. There, that'll hold the pudding bag up while I fill it with peas. I soaked these peas and then I let them sit now they're kind of stuck together. You want to, when you buy dried peas or beans or other legumes, you want to rinse them before using them because there might be grit or leftover bits of husks or other things that maybe you don't want in there. So you just want to rinse them off, get them clean, and we'll put them right there in this pudding bag. If you don't have a pudding bag, you can use a clean tea towel or a thin dish towel and kind of turn it into a bag, but the idea is you need to tie it, or you can use a cheesecloth, but you need to tie it tightly, otherwise you don't get peas pudding, you get pea soup. So whatever you do, just tie it tightly with some clean string. Do not use, if you use dental floss, you know, that's food grade, but you don't want to use the minty stuff because it will flavor your food. So this is going to go right in the pot with the corned beef and the vegetables and everything. And all the juice and the flavor from the meat cooking in that broth is going to flavor these peas and just give them a really wonderful flavor. And when it's done, we'll take it out of the bag and we'll mash it up with some butter and some pepper, and it will just be really delicious. So we're going to tie that good and tight here. Just like that. Alright, and that is ready for us to go. Set aside. Now, I'm going to put the corned beef into the pot. Isn't this pot beautiful? I got that from my grandma. Just going to open this package up. And now when you buy like a corned beef brisket, like I said, like not this prepackaged kind that comes with juices and the spice packet and everything. If you get one with a bone in it, that's really good for flavor. That'll flavor your broth. Look at all the meat juices. So tasty. Put that right in the trash. Now this was supposed to come with a spice packet, but I think it's underneath. I lost it. There it is. So this is just some peppercorns, and I'm actually not all sure what is in there. Let's see if the ingredients say. Nope. We're just going to cut that right open. Put it in there. I think it has like bay leaves and mustard seed. Anyway, it's really good stuff. It'll make it very flavorful. Let me just wash this juice off my hands. Gross. Gotta keep things sanitary in the kitchen. Alright, so let me show you what this looks like. There you go. Nice piece of bloody meat with all the spices on it. We're going to stick that pudding bag right in there. And then we're going to cover it with water. This is my Hobbit popcorn bucket I got at when I went to go see the first movie in the theaters. Whoop! Ah, splashing. Gross. Or a little slowly. So we're just going to cover that all with water. Just like that. We're going to put that on our hot stove here. And get that boiling. And in about 2 hours, we will come back and add all of the lovely vegetables, including the mysterious turnip. So I will see you then. Alrighty. Hello, 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 and welcome to Goosey Games. I have had the corned beef and peas pudding boiling for about 2 hours. And so now we are ready to add all of these lovely vegetables. Alright, so yes, so I recorded a little bit earlier today because it was going to take 2 hours. There wasn't any way I was going to make you guys sit through watching a pot boil, basically. So you're welcome. But in here we have a 3-pound corned beef brisket and a peas pudding in a pudding bag. And so those have been boiling, steaming for about 2 hours. Now we're going to add all these lovely vegetables to make our Jiggs Dinner, which is a traditional Irish-Canadian, Irish-American dinner, like the British have their roast dinner. The Canadians, especially Newfoundland, this is very traditional in Newfoundland, which is where my grandmother is from. They have their Jiggs Dinner. So we are going to start by adding this lovely, lovely cabbage. We're just going to cut it in some wedges and just put it right in the pot. go ahead and take this lid off while we're adding the vegetables. Look at all that steam. Yes. I wish you guys could smell this because this smells amazing. Yay, a high talking dog. Okay, it thinks you do not have flash. On my screen, the picture looks frozen. So I hope it's running for you guys. I really, really, really hope. I forgot what I was going to say next. Oh yeah, so the part I recorded earlier today is we put in the corned beef and the peas pudding. And the recipe calls for medium head of cabbage. I ended up with kind of a small one, but that's okay. And so we're just going to put those right in there carefully. All the vegetables have been washed and scrubbed and peeled as necessary. There we go. Lovely cabbage. Ah! Yep. Splashed hot water on myself. That's okay. I'm fine. Then we are going to... Oh, I forgot to peel the turnip. Where's my peeler? I don't know. There it is. So we're just going to peel this turnip. So if you're like me, it was probably a while in your life before you saw turnip in person. When I bought these at the grocery store, the cashier had to ask me what it was. This is what a turnip looks like, folks. It's a very, very starchy root vegetable. Oh gosh, I had a list of stuff to talk about. I knew I should have written it down. Oh, I guess I can talk about corned beef. I've had a couple of people ask me what corned beef is. It is a preserved meat product. It's also known as salt beef. So it's salt cured beef brisket. Or you can also get salt riblets is another form of it. And the reason it's called corned, it doesn't have anything to do with corn, like American corn. And it doesn't have anything to do with any other kind of grain, and it doesn't even have anything to do with peppercorns, really. It's called corned beef because it's preserved with rock salt. Woo! That was a trick. I meant to do that. Yes, I did. And so rock salt is very, very coarse salt, so they're corns of salt. The word corn meaning, tiny niblet. There was a time where corn in the English language referred to any kind of a grain, which is why we use it for our yellow corn, like maize, but it also used to refer to wheat and everything else. So there we go, lovely peeled turnips. Just gonna slice that up. Put it in there. Make sure the fingers are out of the way. But yes, so for those of you who didn't know what corned beef is, that's why. It's because it's preserved with coarse salt. In goes that turnip. Very good. Should I put the second one in there? See, the recipe calls for 1 large turnip or 2 medium turnips, and I don't know if this is a medium or a large because they were all the same size at the grocery store. But, hey Danny, hey Turtle, I see you. Yeah, sorry, I don't know about the feet. How's the sound? Am I echoing today? Because I really hope not. I think I found the setting that fixed that. I think I'll go ahead and put this other turnip in there. Turnips are good. Yay, no echoing. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm also using my brand new camera that I bought, so I'm no longer relying on the laptop camera, which is a happy thing for everybody, I think. I can have the laptop off to the side. I don't know if you can tell, but this picture is a lot clearer. You can see all the much more high def. Sound old when I say that. Ah, there we go, flipping turnips again. If I knew how to juggle, I'd go for it, but I don't. But anyway, yeah, the picture's a lot better, right? Yeah, the camera is awesome. I'm so excited that I have it. It was totally worth the money. I even got it on sale, so it was like, it was really great. And the attached microphone is a lot better also. The sound is a lot clearer. I like it a lot. So we're doing some nice thick slices of turnip. Carefully. There we go. All the turnip in there. We're going to add some carrots. We're just going to chunk them up real nice. They don't have to be small little slices or anything. Let's see, yeah, so the reason that I know this recipe, this isn't actually my first time making a Jiggs dinner. I've made this before. Is because it's like I said, it's a traditional food, a traditional dinner in Newfoundland, Canada. That's their easternmost province. It's an island in the Atlantic. What's kind of funny is that it seems like more people have heard about Nova Scotia than Newfoundland, and Nova Scotia is actually much smaller and just to the south of Newfoundland. But oh, and it is pronounced Newfoundland. It's not Newfoundland. It's not Newfoundland. It's Newfoundland. Understand, rubber band? That is where my grandmother's family is from. So I am 1/4 Newfie. And she has made this dinner for us before. That's where I first had it and fell in love. I thought it was delicious. So when I grew up, decided I was going to learn to make it. And it is actually just really easy. I mean, you basically put stuck to the knife. Get off. You basically put the meat and the peas pudding in there, and you let it boil, and then you add the vegetables, and you let it boil, and then when it's done, you have this lovely boiled dinner, which, you know, doesn't sound terribly appetizing, but trust me, you guys have got to taste this stuff. The corned beef has this incredible flavor that just flavors all of the vegetables in there. And then you eat it with, I like it with yellow mustard, and you can add bread and butter pickles. And I have a lovely, let me show you. I bought a lovely loaf of Irish soda bread. I'm going to toast and butter and eat with it. And, well, this is a lot of food for one person, but I'll invite my brother over and feed him. We'll have leftovers tomorrow for our Sunday dinner. It'll be great. So we have all the vegetables in the pot. Let me just tilt that to show you. So that's why I have such a huge pot, is because there's a lot in there. Oh, I somehow got the burner crooked. Hold on. on. Oh, this is gonna be bad. There we go. Burning rubber. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna add some more water to cover everything out of my Hobbit popcorn bucket. Now, this is a lot of food. I might want to find a family in my neighborhood to share it with. So, I'll put the lid back on and get it boiling. And that is all there is to it. Much easier than those complicated wonton burgers. So, how about I get to some Minecraft and play while we let this stuff cook. We're going to check it in about half an hour to see. You basically just cook it until the vegetables are done to the way you want them. So let's go 25 minutes. Okay, turn that timer off. Whoa, look at that steam. Smells good. Let's see. No, those vegetables are still hard. We're gonna turn that up carefully. Set the timer for another 25 minutes. There we go. There we go. Come on, carrots. Oh, fork tender. Yes, sir. All right. We are going to carefully turn that off. I'm going to use my hot pads. Let me give you guys a really good look in here. You know what? Maybe I'll move the camera. That seems safer. There. That's what that looks like. This is the top of the pudding bag. We're going to pull that out first in just a second while we wait for it to cool off a little. Okay, there's the bowl I had for it. Use my tongs and just pull that right out. There's a peas pudding in there. I'm just going to put it in that bowl. Actually, let's put it in the strainer because that's soggy. We'll just let it strain right into the bowl there. This back down. The rest of this, let's see if we can get a plate, pull that beef out so I can give you guys a look at the finished product. It's all the way down. See, that cabbage is just falling apart. Ah! Look at it, so good with mustard. Let's get our meat fork. I used it earlier to move the beef around when it was raw, so I'm just going to wash it real quick. Use that to pull out the cabbage too. There we go. Lovely. It's blocking the light. There we go. Okay, I need to put that down a little bit more even, don't I? So you can see the plate now. Okay. So you can dig in here. The meat's at the very bottom. There we go. beautiful hunk of corned beef. So tender. Now make it pretty. Let's get some of these carrots out there. We'll get some. Oh, those turnips are really soft. Holy crow. Some lovely turnip. Where's the potatoes? Some potatoes. There we are. We get out our pickles. Well, we still have to deal with the, oh, I didn't have the lid on that pickle jar. We're going to taste this just a little bit, because I want to taste it. There's what it looks like on the inside when it's cooked. And then we'll deal with the peas pudding. Just I'm going to burn my tongue, but it'll be worth it. That is so good. You guys don't even know. There's our picture. Do that for our screenshot. Alright. That is tasty. That's hot. Okay. Alright, we've let that drain a bit. That bowl is hot now. I'm going to untie this carefully because it is hot. That bag is full of steam. Gosh. The water has made the knot all tight. Fork. I haven't actually done the pudding part of this recipe before. So, aha. This is my first time working with the pudding bag. I think it worked pretty well. Yep, full of steam. Woohoo! Alright, open up. There we go. This is not going as smoothly. There we go. Alright. Well, it still has a lot of water in it. You know what? Let's get this strainer. Just like that. We will just put it out like that and strain it. Those beef juices on the bottom. Oh, it's hot. I may need a second bowl here. Maybe. Just in case. Yeah, in none of the recipes that I saw did it ever explain how to actually get the pudding out of the pudding bag. So, we're going to do it my way. Just let it all fall out. Oh gosh, that's hot. Gee whiz. Actually, what I'm going to try to do, I think if I turn it inside out. Ouch. we go. It's not very pretty, but it smells, ouch, good. There we go. Peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot, 9 days old. Some like it hot, some like it cold, some like it in the pot, 9 days old. I would like it a little less hot than it is right now. Okay, we'll wash that. That out. Now see, these were dried split peas and now they are just this lovely mush right here. So look how delicious that is. All we're going to do to this is add some lovely butter, and some black pepper, we're just going to mush that all together. Give that a taste. Still very hot, but really, really tasty. So there you have it, folks. It's a traditional Newfoundland Jiggs dinner with peas pudding. I hope you enjoyed watching. I had fun. I really like my new camera. If you decide to try this recipe for yourselves, you can go to my Facebook page or my Twitter @GooseyGen and post pictures. Let me know how it turned out. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.